now starts the Southern Maryland Guitar Guru Show, featuring Dan Harsha and Dan Allman. This week's show, we're highlighting the latest in music, life, and culture.
Oh yeah, coming back in from the break, we got Scott Harsha from Humble Brag on the line still. Scott, are you there, bud?
I'm here.
Oh, we got him there. We're good. Dan Albin, are you there, bud?
Oh, you know I'm here.
Oh wow, we're here. We're live. So Scott, when we left last break, we were going to touch on your decision of going from an analog studio to the new digital studio. So if you wouldn't mind, would you please elaborate on that decision process and what ultimately ended up in your situation to make that call?
Two factors. One is with me and Danny Albin and Brent playing with Kevin was kind of coming to an end because Kevin was taking a hiatus, and Kevin had all the recording equipment. He was a fine engineer in his own right. So we all knew that we wanted to keep playing, and the stuff that I had was antiquated, to say the least, and limited in what it could do. So with those two factors, I had to upgrade and embrace, the digital recording, which I've been using with other projects. Just I didn't own the equipment and didn't run it, but I've experienced recordings with it and gotten good recordings with that technology. I think maybe when it first came out, it wasn't so hot, but they really refined it, I think.
Oh yeah, man, definitely. I'm in love with the technology, with just all the tools and with all the power at the fingertips of what we have. And then say we're back in the early 90s when we were coming up, cutting our teeth with the old Tascam 4-track Porta Studios. I mean, just imagine if we would have had this back then, man. What would have gone down?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, that's exactly right.
So what's your favorite part of the new equipment that you have?
I would say probably the unlimited amount of tracks you can have, which I've never had that before. I've always been limited to maybe like 8, say on like the reel-to-reel or like a Tascam Porta Studio. And, you have 8, or you record 7, you have to bounce some down to another track, and you don't get the fidelity that you want out of that, because it's 2 tracks blended together and you're stuck with that mix.
Oh yeah, definitely. The flexibility and just of all the old bottlenecks from guys from our generation that grew up with, those bottlenecks are gone. They just don't exist anymore. So it's just neat to see how it's all come to be now.
To touch on what Scott's saying, like last night, it was when we were recording practice. It was like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna play this song. Well, let's just record it. Why not? There's no tape involved. It's just record it anyway. And you could just record it and record it and record. And you're not sitting there like, oh my God, it's got to be dead on because we're using tape and tape's expensive. And I want it to be, we're still of that age of that old school thinking of it's got to be right when we roll tape.
Exactly.
Now you can just hit record, and then when it's over, you can have it. But it's like, all right, you can actually use it to review like game footage in a way. You can listen back and say, oh wow, okay, here's what we didn't do right.
Yeah,
but you're not losing it. You're not losing anything.
No. Then you realize how bad you were playing on that.
Yes. It's very sobering.
Yeah, the solo button is your worst nightmare.
Now, Danny, you bring up a good point about the limitations of the tape, not only for the limitation of tracks you can have, but of the amount that you can use. Yeah, because the mindset is still like, oh, we gotta practice it 3 times before we record it.
Yeah.
When really we don't have to do that.
Nope. You can record every take and every time you want to play, and just it's limitless.
limitless. Well,
Yes.
I'm excited for you, man, because I know the creative juices have always been there with you. You're a fantastic songwriter. So now that you have the proper equipment to document every step of the way in song creation, I'm sure we're going to get some special stuff from you. And this is going to be, I'm geeked up waiting to hear it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm fixing to get some of that done. Working with not only the Acid software, but that Easy Drummer for like demos and stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, the drum sounds on that Easy Drummer program are phenomenal, man. They're a lifesaver.
Yeah, for doing the demos, I think it's pretty imperative. And when you have somebody that plays drums and they're excited about it, then you know it's pretty good.
Exactly. You're exactly right about that.
Well, don't forget about the most important part of this process and my services are available if anybody needs an assistant engineer, because I can hit record and stop like nobody's business.
Yes, we definitely need that.
Yeah, I can click the mouse twice for each session.
Twice.
I've gotten really good at it.
Yeah, you have it. Your proximity to the board is paying off.
Yeah, I'm the guy. It's like, oh, it's over there. Can you do me a favor?
Press the left mouse button.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I dig it. I really do. And being around it and trying my hand in it earlier, like 2 years ago, I got frustrated and I just gave up. I don't care. But being around it down at your place, I'm going to start taking more of an interest in it and trying to learn myself. So, if you can learn every day, if you can learn something, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
you gotta learn.
And if you do it over and over a couple times, then it sinks in your brain. You remember it or retain it because you've actually done it a few times.
And then your mind automatically says, well, "What can I learn now?" And you want to learn more, and the curiosity just keeps on. You just keep running with that, and you want to learn as much as you can. That's how you put out the good product, man. By getting your hands in there and doing it,
Yeah,
none of us went to school for any of this shit.
You gotta mix it by hand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to work on that one song that you started with, Scott, on that 70s tune that we were jamming.
Oh, the 8-Ball Blues, yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm super stoked to get on that. And best thing is now is that we can pass the files back and forth to each other through download links, and we can work at our own speed. See, that's the other key thing with their digital studios now, when everybody's on board with the same software, is everybody can file share and work at your own pace. So it's not like, dude, you gotta play right these 3 times or we're out of here, man. Those days are gone.
Yeah, I think for the demo phase, certainly everybody can share that, but I think when you come to do the final version of it, I think it's still imperative to have a band play together. There's nothing that sounds like that. A group of musicians playing together in the same room.
That is something special. It's definitely something that captures the essence of the song. I agree.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, is demo style studios recordings is what we're talking about, right?
I think specifically, what you're talking about, Hanky, is sending ideas to each other and building the idea up. When you get to the pinnacle of that idea, like you're ready to cut it as a band or as a solo artist, you assemble people. I think it sounds better if you have a band playing, even if it's a 3-piece.
Oh yeah.
Or
right.
As long as there's some people playing, and then you can overdub stuff later. But the core of the song is really, it's really critical to have a band.
Well, yeah, just for the natural drums alone, right there.
Yeah, it's gotta be the heart and soul, which some of you may agree, some of you may disagree. The heart and soul's got to be the rhythm section, and that really has to be live. It has to be same room, even with your rhythm, guitars in there. There's something about that, and then you can just fill in the rest with, you can work on it over time, but you have to have that core. That core has to be that live togetherness in the same room. It just really gives it the soul. that a song needs.
Yeah, absolutely. When you play with a group of people and everybody goes for the fill, you're going together as one.
Right.
Then you can mimic that on the overdubs. But if everybody does it initially, that's the track to follow, the scratch track, if you will.
Well, what's your plans for recording guitar tracks? I know you got the direct outs on your amps, but are you going to build isolation booths for them as well?
Yeah. So there's going to be, so as far as that goes, when we do the scratch tracks, like with the live recordings, obviously the emulated out is critical because that eliminates one microphone that's not picking up other ambient noise. But yeah, I'm going to be building a couple isolation booths for a bass cabinet and another guitar cabinet.
Wow.
To have those, away, and everybody will wear headphones. And the only thing that'll be actually that you'll hear in the room would be the drums.
Right. That's cool. That's real cool. Well, it's great having you. If you're just tuning in, this is the Guitar Gurus with Dan and Dan, and on the phone now is Scott Harsha of Humble Brag. He's been on for the last couple minutes just talking about his new digital studio and the other recordings that he's got coming up. So Scott, to get back at it, have you got to lay down any bass parts yet with any of the directs with that with the Tech 21 material, the bass equipment?
We did that last night. Was the first time.
How is that getting the signal in? Were you playing help getting the signal, getting it dialed in compared to a live environment? How did that go?
No, that was actually very simple to get that set up.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a great sound right off the break.
It's that equipment's just phenomenal equipment. It just sounds good.
Yeah, for what it is, I mean, it's not only for practicing or a gig. I mean, recording with it's great too. So that part of that I think we touched on it earlier, but the plan is to do at least 2 or 3 signals and blending them together for the bass. In my mind, I want a direct signal from the Sans amp, and then I want to also send one to an amplifier, a tube amplifier, and have a microphone for that. I've gotten some pretty good results. So.
Well, I'm definitely dead set and stoked to hear the results of it.
Yeah, and then maybe even a third signal, maybe through a different amp, going into it, maybe without a cabinet, but going through a preamp. Just seeing what works and what doesn't work.
Right. What's your guitar choice for these recordings? Are you going to still be using that LTD?
Yeah, for right now, I mean, just to do the scratch tracks, but I mean, whatever the song calls for, or whatever sound I want to get, I'll, either from my arsenal or I know people, I'll borrow something.
I gotcha. I mean, when's the last time you had that Maskus Jazzmaster plugged in? When's the last time you had that J Maskus Jazzmaster plugged in?
I used it last night I got it tuned to Open G and played it with a slide.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, using both pickups. Yeah, I love that guitar. I love how there's no need to mod it. It's right out of the, right out of the wrapper. It was awesome. I mean, it was kind of like, that guitar kind of came along at the right time.
Well, it was definitely cool to get it all set up for you, and I knew it was going to be an awesome guitar right off the break because I got to control it right from once it arrived at the guitar shop to once you took possession of it. I had handled it the whole way, so yeah, I expected no less than to hear that because it was set up right, dude. It had the juice. Were you happy once you opened up the box and saw it all in there?
What's that?
Were you happy with it once you got it and you started jamming in it into the first weekend?
Yeah, certainly. Well, I mean, also it came with the Gibson style bridge. It came with hotter pickups. It was ready to go right out of the wrapper.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal piece, man. I love mine in my collection too. And
it's got the right weight too, which I think some of those Japanese copies that they had in the 90s kind of lacked. They were made of a different wood. So the weight of it's nice. It's a nice heavy guitar.
I understand. I got what you're saying on that. And you know that if you ever needed to borrow one of mine to get a tone, just let me know.
Oh, I plan on it.
I love that. I plan on it.
I think I hinted to that earlier.
Oh, that was the hint coming my way. That's cool. That's cool. Well, dude, I appreciate the time, man. I really do. Thanks for coming on, and we look to have you. We look forward to having you back on when we get to it. You know. Other than that, man, I can't wait to hear these recordings and get down to the studio and see what's going on, and we'll get 8 Ball Blues going.
Okay, sounds fun.
All right, brother, take it easy, man. Thanks.
See you guys.
All right,
Bye.
man. Bye. Till next time, we'll see you again. It's the Guitar Gurus. It's Dan and Dan.